Hi, Shauna Holt, and tonight I want to talk about nutrition for weight loss and how to eat more vegetables. So, when you jump on, let me know how many vegetables do you eat each day? Can you count them on one hand? Vegetables are super important for eating for weight loss. So, whether it is the taste or the texture or some memory from childhood that holds you and your family back from eating vegetables, it's recommended to fill half your plate of them per day, each meal, for healthy nutrition, and most importantly for weight loss. So most days I eat between 8 to 9 servings of vegetables, and I found some quick and easy ways to fit them in my day, which I'm going to be sharing with you today. One of them is by eating raw vegetables. Now, I try to eat raw vegetables every day. There are added benefits to eating them raw compared to cooked. I personally dip them in some salsa with about a half a teaspoon of Greek yogurt ranch. But there's many different things that you can use to dip them in, like hummus. Or you can eat them just straight on a plate. That's what my son does. He eats a big plate of carrots every night. Raw vegetables are super easy to grab and to eat if you do just a little bit of prep work ahead. On the weekends, I cut up a whole cauliflower, a broccoli, a cucumber, and a zucchini for the week ahead. I actually soak them in 3 parts vinegar, 1 part water. I let them soak for about 15 minutes, dry them off really well, and then I put them each into their own individual vegetable storage container. There's a lot of vegetables that you can't mix together, or else they will go bad quicker because of their ethanol gases that they give off. So I do have these Rubbermaid Produce Saver food storage containers that I got off of Amazon. They are the one thing that I see that helps make them last for like a week in my fridge or a little bit more. When I get done here, I'll actually share the blog that goes with this video, and it has all these links that I'm going to talk about tonight. So each morning when I'm preparing my breakfast, I make my container for the day of vegetables, and I'll put the salsa in a little bowl inside of it so that it can be ready for a grab and go snack. It helps to have them when, especially when we're on the go and you see a bag of chips or crackers and you already have something with you. I also have some healthier dipping options in my recipes if you want to check them out. Another easy way to get in vegetables is by having a salad and just throw them all together and eat. You can keep them in the same kind of containers I was just talking about, or you can put them in mason jars and you can make up a whole week's worth and put it in your fridge so that you can just grab it, take it with you, for lunch. Or maybe you're at home and you're really busy in the afternoon. It's my busiest time, and I can just walk in there and grab it and dump it in the plate and eat. You can also buy them bagged ones. They do cost more money because you're paying for the cost of added convenience. I have found them on sale at times though. I also have so many salad recipes on my website. You could probably have a different one for like 3 months. So I'll share that in the blog as well. Another way that you could add in more vegetables is by having soups. Now, typically canned soups have quite a bit of sodium and preservatives in them to keep them from spoiling. So if you can, I would advise making your own. And it can be as easy as adding ingredients to some vegetable or chicken broth, or going with a recipe. You can add more vegetables to a recipe, more than what's called for, or you can just have what's on hand. Soups are pretty versatile, like salads are. I've even taken salads that we made for dinner and added frozen spinach, to beef them up with more vegetables. So you can have soup for lunch and dinner and snack, or even before dinner as an appetizer. And I have a whole bunch of recipes for different soups that you can try. Another easy way to get vegetables in daily is by adding them to shakes and smoothies. You know, there's many vegetables that have barely any kind of taste. And you can easily hide them in a smoothie or a shake. I found spinach to be one that really does well in a shake. You can't taste it. I was skeptical at first, especially when you see the green color. But now I have it every day for lunch. It's a healthy meal, or can be just a snack replacement, super nutritious. I'm pretty picky about the supplements and the shakes that I put into my body, since I am a cancer survivor. You know, I'm scared to death about it coming back, so I have to make sure that the ingredients are pure and plant-based. So there's so many different things out there. So if you would like a recommendation, you know, let me know. I'd be happy to help. Most of the things that are on the Walmart and the GNC shelf are just not good for you. You know, pick it up, turn it around, read the ingredients on the back. You know, if it names off a whole bunch of list of things you can't even pronounce, put it back on the shelf. It's really not worth it. So anyway, so I also have mine's chocolate. So I add peanut butter, I add almond milk, a frozen banana, and of course spinach. Sometimes I throw in some other vegetables in there. Lots of different combinations, you know. So another one is to try one new vegetable per week. You know, when you've made your rounds through all the ones that you've tried, circle back and try them cooked in a different way. There's a different taste between a raw vegetable and a cooked vegetable, and there's even a different taste in the different ways that you can cook them. Say roasting gives it a whole different flavor. If you've ever tried Brussels sprouts and you just didn't like them, you might want to try roasting them, because it really brings out the taste in them. Put vegetables at eye level in your fridge and on your shelves. You know, make them readily accessible instead of behind things. You know, when you're having to dig around and to get them out, you're less likely to get them out. So have them washed and prepared, like I mentioned earlier. This really helps you to just grab them out instead of something else. Buy frozen. Frozen it can be ready in 6 minutes or less. It's pretty economical too, especially if you can find them on sale. And they are most of the time, if not the same as fresh, but better, because they've actually pulled them from the farming. I'm not a farmer, so you know, they've got them out and they freeze them right away. So they haven't set out and started to deteriorating yet. So try frozen. Try adding them to your water. I know this may sound weird, but I've seen many people that have cucumbers in their water. You know, I did a whole series on how to drink more water in a blog on how to enhance and infuse water, and I have that link in my blog that I'll share as well. Another great tip is to eat your vegetables first. Now, when you're hungry, you tend to be okay with eating things that are not your favorite. So you eat them and then save your favorite part of the meal for last. Another one is to eat a small bite of vegetables while eating something else that you really enjoy. So try dipping a carrot or a green bean in your mashed potatoes, or wrapping an asparagus in bacon. You could take a Brussels sprout, a half of a Brussels sprout, and eat it with a piece of steak. But combine it with something so that you're kind of overpowering it with something that you really enjoy. And last is to make kebabs and grill them, because isn't everything better on a grill? I know that right now it's winter and you may not be able to grill, but if you can, and then they have those indoor grills too, if you got one for Christmas, you could try that. So let me know, how many vegetables a day do you eat in servings? How many more are you going to try this week? What were you doing? Just add one more serving this week. Let me know which one you're going to try. One special thing about kids. Do your kids shy away from vegetables? Allow kids to help pick out that one vegetable each week to try. Let them help you clean it, cut it, prepare it. Most importantly, always offer them at each meal and let them see you eating them. They won't be as picky if they're being able to pick them out and help make them, and then they also see you eating them too. So tomorrow I'm going to share some unique and sneaky ways to get in your vegetables in case you really, really don't like them, or your kids don't like them and you're trying to sneak them in the meals there. So I hope that you got something out of this and that you have a great rest of your night.